something else.
It is. It's something that we can add to that video.
Okay. Because I wanted to ask you, what's the difference between personal development and personal grooming? Because they'll be saying that, you're bad thing, so it's part of personal grooming. And then I'm like, okay, what is personal grooming? What is personal development? Anyway, the time is yours. We have been talking about personal development, and we have zoomed into mentorship. We have looked at different aspects of personal development and mentorship, but I don't want to dwell much on what we have already shared, because we have you here as a mentor, as somebody who specializes on personal development, and as somebody who have actually authored 3 books. What an inspiration. So, and then I see you are putting on a t-shirt that is written "Game Changers," and I've actually seen an article about you guys on one of the magazines that I happen to be a contributor on, in Business Magazine, and I've always seen you on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, what is this thing, Game Changers? So at least today we are honored to be having you on studio. So just take Botswana through this whole aspect of personal development and mentorship, and what have you done out there to improve other people's lives. So the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for that, and for the very, very humbling introduction. I'd like to say also welcome to the listeners at home and those that are on the road. Personal development. It's when I hear that word, my blood runs all over the place. I live for that.
Yeah.
But there's a way of looking at it that is very interesting to me. I like to look at it from a point of view of lifelong personal branding. And I want to look at everybody else at Game Changers. We look at every human being as a brand or a potential brand. And by brand, I mean beyond the colorful names, the nice logos, the roll-up banners, Facebook accounts, and stuff like that. I'm looking at unique value proposition.
Yeah.
So we are saying that by unique value proposition, every single human being has got what it takes to become extraordinary, to be somebody that can do something that only they can do.
Wow.
And that's what personal development is about. And it's an evolution, because it's not something that you do over the weekend or maybe over a couple of months and stuff like that. It involves a lot of things. First, you have to uncover your purpose. What is my purpose? Why am I here on this evergreen earth?
Wow.
And beyond that, now you have to have a vision around that purpose. How do you fulfill that purpose? Where are you going? What are you going to become 100 years from now?
Yeah.
So for you to be able to do that, it's good to have a vision, but you have to work on it every day. So every day, whatever you are going to be doing to inch forward toward your vision and your purpose is your mission.
Yeah.
So that's a personal mission. And obviously there are a lot of things that happen to us along the way. You know, people come and say, you know, there are more interesting things, or maybe you get fatigued and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you need a value system that says these are the most important things in your life.
Yeah.
If anything does not resonate with them, you keep out of it.
Yep.
If it does, then you stick with it. And when you have a purpose, you have a vision, a personal mission, and a value system, now you have a personal philosophy. And that is lifelong. You have it, you have to grow it, you have to make sure that you sharpen it. And the beauty about having a personal philosophy is it unlocks your potential.
Wow.
And your potential is locked in your strengths.
Wow.
And when you talk about strengths, we're talking about your talent, the things that you can naturally do. They have to be trained, they have to be practiced, they have to be honed. We're talking about knowledge around your purpose, around whatever it is you like to do for a living. And we're also talking about specialist skills that you're going to need to be able to distinguish yourself.
Wow.
Personal philosophy also helps you unlock your employability skills, which is a very, very big problem right now, because people are talking about mismatch of qualifications, you know, when people graduate, mismatch of qualifications and what the job market requires.
Yeah.
That is called unemployability. And to me, it's a bigger problem than, unfortunately, employment, which I actually think is no longer a problem right now. And the third thing that personal philosophy unlocks is that it allows you to become a game changer.
Yeah.
You go out there and you make a difference. So when we are going out there and we are talking to young people predominantly, because that's our major target group, we are saying to them, when we look at each and every one of you, we see 4 areas of development.
Yeah.
The first one is academic excellence. And I think the education and school system is doing a very good job at that. But it's not enough. And when we're talking about academic excellence, we're saying you are able to read and write, you are able to count. And when you're able to read and write and you're able to count, you start seeing anomalies. You start seeing anomalies in life. You start seeing more. You know, you can count from 1 to 1,000 to 1 million. So you're thinking maybe 1,000 is better, maybe 1 million is better. And because of that now...
So just to interject there,
Yes.
these game changers,
Yeah.
you are saying that you go out there, you talk to young people.
Yes.
What is this? Is it still personal development? Is it mentorship? What is it?
It is coaching.
It's
and,
coaching.
Yes, and for those that succeed in the coaching, they get to do something a little bit extraordinary, and then we mentor them, but we mentor projects.
But then make me understand here, or make the listener understand here, what's the difference between coaching and mentorship?
The difference between coaching and mentorship, to put it in a very simple way, coaching is really like nurturing somebody who wants to do something. So say you come to me and you say, I would like to start public speaking.
Wow.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it is done. I'm going to expose you to the skills. You tap a little bit into my experience.
Okay.
It's really like I'm taking you through the hoops. And when we are done and you now can speak, I let you go.
Okay.
That's coaching.
That's
right?
coaching.
And most of the times you pay for it.
All right.
Now, mentorship is different because it's me seeing somebody and I'm saying, okay, this person is doing very well. They could do better than this. I love their passion. I love their drive, right? For example, I work with a young lady called Tsepang Tibedi. She's the founder for Spelling Bee Botswana. So we saw what she was doing and we said she needs a little bit more support. So we said we would like to mentor you. Most of the times I always tell people, you don't go around looking for a mentor. Let the mentor find you by doing something that is attractive. So she was doing this and we said, you know, we could help out. So what we do as mentors is we let her tap into our experience, into our expertise. But more than that also, we stretch her. And most of the times, mentorship is supposed to be free.
All right.
Yes.
So in actual fact, the difference between coaching and mentorship is that the coaching part of it is a short term.
Yes,
one,
it's short
and
term.
then mentorship is normally in a long term.
Yeah, it could be lifelong.
But then from your preference is that you do mentorship for free, because I understand some of us, we are doing mentorship outside there and people are actually paying us for that.
Okay.
So depending on different reasons.
Yes.
So your advice or your belief is that from your perspective, you should do mentorship for free.
Yeah, from my perspective, because I pick them. I go to them and I say, I see what you're doing. I would like to help you out. And they don't take much of my time, and so there is not really, like much time to compute and say you're going to pay for this. But you can run it as where you have a mentorship, but most of the times, obviously, you infuse it with coaching. So it means you are agreeing on certain hours that you're going to be meeting with them, and because of those hours and all that, they have to pay for it. But for me, I like to keep it very simple. Like I identify somebody who's doing very well, and I go and I work with them.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Wow.
Just a quick one. Where does it start? Most of the time what happens is that the mentor identifies the mentee, or it's the other way around, or it depends. It's just either from this side or from this side.
It can be either way, but in many instances when the mentee identifies you, my experience has been that we don't go too far, because there's not much there. They're just excited. Maybe they admire what I do. They've read any of my full books that I've published, and sometimes really it's just looking for validation. And when they realize there's work, because mentorship is a little bit, let me say, a little bit more ruthless than coaching, because we want to see you grow, and so I will be demanding. And
it's a lifelong project.
Yes. So when I demand and I insist you start a project and you run with it and you give me results, not excuses, people normally go away. So it's easier now when I identify somebody who is doing something, because I'm looking, they've gone past the point where they can run away from their project.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Or maybe it depends on the age group,
You can have an older person that's got no direction. I mean,
Okay,
at the end of the
okay.
day,
Yeah, I just wanted us to be clear about that.
it depends on
to show
maturity.
that, yeah,
actually.
the maturity.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Wow.
And
Yeah, it's-
one of the callers was it last week or the week before last, that other
Yeah.
Monday, said the problem is this whole project of mentoring and being mentored. It's like it's a Gaborone thing. It's like it's a city thing. Them in the outskirts, they don't know where to go. It's like they're being neglected. Them in rural areas, them in the Kassis, it's like they're not targeted or they're not identified. So how would you think of that? What would you say regarding that?
They are there. It could be. I can't say that that is wrong. That is fact. That's what on the ground. But I do have mentors nationwide. I actually even have mentors outside the country. Some people that I've never met, and we have a very healthy relationship. They show me what they are doing, and I see that they are serious. And either I elect to say, okay, let's have a mentorship relationship, and they send me results, and you can see that they are building something. So it's not really a Gaborone phenomenon. It's something that that you can do with everyone everywhere. I mean, in the digital age.
So it doesn't matter the location.
No, it doesn't matter.
All right.
It's
all
not
right. It
limited
just
by
depends on
geography.
the depends on the maturity level and how serious
And how serious
committed somebody is.
Yes.
All right. But DJ, he said something interesting. You know this there's something interesting about motivational speakers. So I was actually noting everything that you were saying. He's talking about the purpose, the vision, the mission.
The brand.
The brand.
That narrow that's a brand. Let somebody who's well known, or the logo, or
yes. And I'm trying to look back where we started, and he's actually speaking about things that we actually covered, and he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And somebody might say he listened to our show, but I doubt if he did.
Yeah.
So which shows that these are important aspect of life that all human beings need.
Yeah.
But
true.
anyway.
Because it's like if you to make tea, there's no how you can say I'll make tea without having to boil the water at one point.
Yeah.
Unless if an iced tea, you have to first do it
boil
and
it.
cool it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But anyway, I want us to go back to him so that he takes us more into the game changers. I'm much interested in that game changers and the fact that he's saying that he's got mentees across the country. So this might even be the answer to the caller who said it's only a Gaborone thing. You know, yeah. Just tell us more about these game changers and why the game changers and what is it all about and how has it made a difference in other people's lives, the ones that you have already actually met and coached.
Yeah, Game Changers is a social entrepreneurship organization or initiative that tries to build, people in a holistic way. To say, okay, you are not just your grades. You are not just about passing standardized tests.
Yeah.
We like that, but we like more than that because the job market is looking for more than your certificate. So what else do they need? They need personal leadership skills. And in this case, it's really the ability to turn what you have learned in academics into possibilities, which means you don't get stuck. You are saying, okay, I have this option and I'm stuck here, but what else can I do? And when you look at that now and you are able to create other options outside of this one that you had initially, now you have the capacity to lead yourself first and then others. It doesn't happen the other way around. But having possibilities does not guarantee that you're going to solve a problem. You need to create solutions. Now you need entrepreneurship mindset to turn the possibilities into solutions. And the solutions, if they are good and people are liking them and they're using them, you can sell them to people that can afford them. But if they can't afford them, now you have to do what we do at JCR, Toastmasters, and all these other guys. You go and you give it to people for free. You volunteer your time, your expertise, and sometimes even your money to make the world a better place to be. And this is what has made the world a great place that it is today. So the game changer model is saying we want to develop you academically. We want to develop you as a leader. We want to develop your entrepreneurship mindset. But we also want you to culminate into an active citizen. Somebody who is able to use the academic excellence, the personal leadership aspect, and the entrepreneurship mindset to change the way the world is to become a better place. So you become a game changer. And we have done this very well. We started on a more notable note in 2015 at Rainbow High School. And then we went to Senior Secondary School. We did that with Form 4s and Form 5s. And then this year, we were at Murama Junior Secondary School in Joaneng. So you see, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
And those young people that develop themselves, that work very hard and become game changers, we adopt them and mentor them. So we assist them, we give them whatever resources that we can give them, whatever experience we can share with them, we share with them. Wow. So that's our model.
And I like the fact that they target the young ones. How do they mold them from that early age before they get contaminated? Society.
You know why I'm so much interested in this game changers thing. I saw somewhere on Facebook. With Facebook, I saw them with the young kids, like primary. And I was like, okay, so these guys, they now have this thing for the small ones. How do you do it?
It's
how do you do it? Because it seems like most of the models are actually targeting the teenagers, are targeting the young people, and then the young adults, and then the elders. But then we see this personal development model that is coming up and actually grooming the ones that are younger. And like he said,
yeah, it's what we have done is, I don't know when this happened and how this happened, that we try to teach this to people when they're grown up. It's like teaching emotional intelligence to grown-up people. It's like I'm teaching you to be grown up when you're already grown up. Young people have got better capacity to absorb personal development than older people, because when they are younger, that's when their brain is bigger, it's not been destroyed, and it has the capacity. A kid in primary school can learn 5 languages. You can't learn 5 languages at 18. So everything that now we are teaching managers to become senior managers after their master's degrees and stuff like that, all that stuff, we need to take it to primary school, prep and formative years. When they grow up, they know already what it is that is expected of them as grown-ups. So this is the correct model. We start when they are young, and then they make
plant the seed at an early age.
Exactly.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Wow. That is nice. Wow. Anyway, our time is not.
It's being jealous.
It's being jealous.
It's not being a good mentor.
It's not. I think we are going to have. This is a good model. I think we'll have you more on studio since we are talking personal development. But just wrap up and tell Botswana where they can be able to find you. Now you said you should find them, but then I'm saying they should find you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can find us. I think the easiest way is Facebook. We are Game Changers Media, right? Game Changers Media. And my personal account is Saidi Mdala. You just type Saidi Mdala on your Facebook, and you'll be able to get in touch with me, whether inbox, whatever the case might be. And you can get hold of us there, and then we can share all the other contacts and see what we can do from there.
Nice.
Wow, nice. Thank you very much, Saidi, for those inspirational words. Motshware mo megaleng yone le nna o ka kopana le nna mo 72546907 72546907 Facebook at CWK Your Destiny, Twitter at CWK Your Destiny. Robala sente one le biki e monate.
All right.
Rona re celebrate Francistown 120 years.
There's no how I'm going to miss that. I'll be out in Francistown this coming weekend, and surely I have to be part of. Wow. I have to be part of the movement, man. Come on.
Yes.
It's a lie. It's a lie if I miss it. It's a lie. There's no other way.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time I get to Francistown at by then I was still a poet. I remember I started a poem, All Has Speak Center. I was one of the entertainers. That was back in the days I was still in high school. Yeah, so it shows already. I've been there. All right, that's it for today's edition of Your Destiny. Kozi, we'll link up next week Monday.
All right.
And I believe this coming weekend we'll be together out in Francistown 90.5.
Yes.
All right, that's it. The only lap we have on Mondays is now 8:39. That's your time. Let's pay the bills from there. Get to Moi sessions with my boy Jerry T out in Francistown. And speaking of Francistown, I'll be that side Friday and Sunday. So yeah, be on the lookout.